As Meve neared Gatburg, her eyes were drawn at once to the black pennants flying over its palisades. Nilfgaard's pennants. Her scouts found the city's buildings intact, its streets unstained by blood. Black-clad soldiers could be seen guarding storehouses holding loot pillaged from nearby settlements. Curiously, these soldiers were very few in number.
The gates stand open. Clearly the Imperials expect no attack, giving us the element of surprise. We can take back the city and make off with the gold.
Gascon finished. Meve hated Nilfgaard and needed gold to maintain her army. Two very good reasons to attack Gatburg. Her decision made, she ordered her men to prepare for battle. Now the invaders would have to try their hand at defending.
Larven! Essay to Navain!
They feel at home here, the Nilfgaardians. Let's show them they're wrong.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
Are you mad? Don't shake that!
101, 102, 103.
Aye. Life is mine now.
No signs of fighting. These Horsens must have opened the gates for the Blacklads.
Wise choice.
I've hit the white of an eye from our colleague away.
Order!
Yeah, yeah!
Order will triumph! It must triumph! Go! Hop, hop!
Of course, as you wish, master.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
You'll never take me alive!
Off to the front yet again.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Shame to let this bounty go waste. Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
Scheiß! In! Zwei!
The battle's won, Your Majesty.
The Battle of Gatburg ended in Meve's victory, much to its inhabitants' displeasure. While she examined the Nilfgaardian storehouses, the city's mayor, an elderly gentleman with a walrus moustache, requested a private audience.
Your Grace, I am old. Kill me, you'll merely save my gout the trouble. So I'll be frank. You've but few men. You'll not spare a one to defend the city. When you ride off, the Imperials will retake Gatburg, peer into their looted storehouses, and seek revenge. You will be far off, while we shall be oh so terribly near.
The old man creaked down onto his knees and gripped the hem of the Queen's coat with knobby fingers.
Your Majesty, I beg you, leave the gold, or the streets of Gatburg will flow with the blood of our women and children.
Meve contemplated what to make of the fellow. Should he be praised for his forethought and concern for his townsmen, or condemned for cowardice and insolence? Black Rayla, however, had no such doubts.
Traitors all. Small wonder the town's untouched. Must have opened the gates wide for the southern scum. Now they want us to let them fill their pockets with plundered gold.
After a moment's hesitation, Meve had her soldiers load the stolen gold onto their wagons.
As you pointed out, Mayor, my army is small, which is why I need gold to expand it.
The mayor said nothing. He bowed to the Queen, then hobbled off, leaning heavily on his cane, as if this short exchange had cost him years of life.
We haven't any reason to rejoice, friend. Blackclads will be back. Just grim prospect. They'll either hack us into pieces. We haven't any reason.
should have listened to me, old lady.
I smell a leak.
Bigger they are, easier they are to touch. Thing about slings, they hide well.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Hey? Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Frostburg opened its gates to the Black Lads. Surrendered without a fight. They take the young and strong as slaves. Leave the elves and dwarves, dirty non-humans, took sides with Nilfgaard. Then of a sudden, elves and dwarves...
Was here just a week past. That was a mill. An inn. Out more than ashes now.
And of the people, not a trace. Not even the bodies.
I'm a monster.
Left, right, left, right. Again and again and again.
One bolt I need. Give me a target. Our ballista at your command.
Army's a waste of time doing like
I'm a monster.
Was here just a week past. That was a mill. An inn. Out more than ashes now.
And of the people, not a trace. Not even the bodies.
Left, right, left, right. Again and again and again.
One boat's all I need. Give me a target.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
One boat's all I need.
Left, right, left, right. Again and again and again.
Give me a target. Our ballista at your command. Armor won't serve.
An army's a waste of time for one like me. Left, right, left, right.
Our ballista at your command. Armor won't serve.
Look to the high road. The earth furrowed by wheels, hooves. The Blackclads went at Rosberg with all their strength. An ominous sign.
For Nilfgaard, I'd say. The fortress boasts 2 new towers, a deeper moat, gate of wrought iron. It cannot be taken.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
I saw them. No other way.
We must trust each other.
I smell a leak.
Thing about slings, they hide well. Hey?
Yeah, yeah!
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth? I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Wait, you're serious?
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. You'll never take me alive!
Her Majesty is exceptional.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Aye.
No time for that! Go, hop, hop!
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Catch!
Thing about slings, they hide well. Hey? Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth? I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away. Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
I smell a leak.
Company! Forward march!
You mad? Don't shake that!
We must trust each other.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Hey?
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
happened here?
Sadly, it was Rayla who met with surprise. 100-yard gap gaped in the unbreachable walls of Rosberg. The fortress itself was aflame, spewing black smoke into the sky.
I don't... How? It can't be!
There was no time to consider her question, for Nilfgaardian scouts had spotted Meve's company. The Queen knew battle was inevitable, so she gave the signal to form a defensive line, then drew her blade.
Your Grace, Nilfgaardian fighters remain in the city.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Of course, as you wish, master.
Catch!
Off to the front yet again.
Bloody Horsens. They'll pay for this.
I smell a leak.
Quiet! The Commissar will hear.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Brach! Scheiß! In! Trade!
Ja, ja!
I refuse to believe it. The king could not have died here.
We'll catch 'em all!
Off to the front yet again.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
Watch for Demoven's banners! If he's here, we must find him!
The Lyrians met one note of luck in this song of woe. Rosberg had fallen, yes, but the Nilfgaardians, not expecting reinforcements from the south, had stationed only a small detachment to hold it. Meve led her men to victory and retook the fortress. Or rather, what was left of it. What they did not demolish during their assault, the Nilfgaardians burnt once inside the city. Countless charred corpses of both defenders and peasants seeking shelter from the invaders lay among the blackened ruins. Some had tried to shield their children from the fire with their own bodies. To no avail.
Gods be damned!
The Queen cried, pounding her fist against the wall. Meve was about to give the order to move on when she caught a stifled whimper coming from a pile of rubble. Her soldiers ran to the rescue, their bare hands digging through the fiery bricks.
Here! He's alive!
The man they pulled from the ruins had suffered horrible burns. His face was a stew of seared flesh and pus-filled boils, and he reeked of burnt meat. Seeing Black Rayla, the poor soul staggered to his feet and lifted a shaking hand in salute.
Engineer Lieutenant Xavier Lemons, reporting for duty.
Medic! Send for a medic!
Lemons! What the devil's happened?
I know not. The East Tower. I led the defense. Heating oil to tan Nilfgaardian hides. The catapult struck. The cauldron tipped. Burst into flames. The rest, I cannot say.
The fortress fell.
Fell? Damned Scoia'tael.
What was that?
Our preparations were perfect. A month, 2 we could have lasted, but traitors were among us. Elves, dwarves, planted charges on the buttresses. An explosion shook the tower, a hole gaped in the wall. Our men threw themselves in, filling the breach.
Vermin, filthy, rotten vermin.
I know you suffer, soldier, but Queen Meve wishes to meet with your sovereign, Demavend. We must know what's become of him.
Gone, luckily. He oversaw the preparations, then returned to Aldersburg. 3 days past.
Then let us do the same. Reynard, prepare our departure.
Hold your grace. Did anyone survive? Anyone at all?
The Nilfgaardians might have taken prisoners. There's hope.
How could they? An entire detachment? An entire city? The animals.
Soldier, my medics will tend to you as best they can. Then we can escort you home if...
This is my home, your grace. Rosberg, I beg you. Let me join your company. Let me exact revenge.
I respect your fighting spirit, good man. But in your state...
Your grace, I can hold neither shield nor sword, but I can still fight in my own way. I'm an engineer. I build siege towers, ballistae, bridges, whatever you wish. I pray, grant me a chance.
Such pain, such ferocity resounded in Xavier's rasping, distorted voice that Meve could not refuse his plea. Once the medics had bandaged his wounds, Meve's men set out towards Aldersburg, following Demavend and the Nilfgaardians. At one point in their journey, Black Rayla rode up next to Meve. The warrior's lips were a thin line, bitten to blood.
Milady, the road to Aldersburg leads through Moulderwood, where Eldain Scoia'tael prowl. Same filth who killed my men and delivered Rosberg to the Black Butchers.
Rayla breathed deeply to steady her furious, shaking voice.
Please, milady, I ask you upon the holies, let us find them and destroy them.
Meve gave a slight nod. It seemed the road to Aldersburg would prove long and full of challenges.
A pity Willem is not with us. Were he to see what lies before our eyes, caught a whiff of the burnt bodies, perhaps he would see with whom he now consorts, whom he allowed in our home with nary a fight.
If it be your majesty's wish, I shall send a rider to the prince with her.
I wish nothing of the sort. I will not correspond with the enemy.
Yes?
Rayla, how are you holding up?
Not certain I understand what you mean.
All Edirn is aflame. Nilfgaard's banners fly over its cities. Don't tell me you're not troubled.
Of course I'm troubled. I stationed at Rosberg for 5 years. Knew all on the crew there by name. But that's war. That's its nature. No sense bemoaning it.
I see. Just know if ever you wish to talk.
I won't. But I do appreciate your concern, ma'am.
This Eldane. Could you tell me about him?
He should hang.
I'd hope to hear advice that will be useful to us in battle.
First of all, you can't rightly trust the bastard. He doesn't respect our laws, doesn't share our morals. The king once dispatched an envoy to Eldane, despite my advice to the contrary. Found the envoy the next day, eyes gouged out, shaft of his white flag jammed down his throat.
So, diplomacy's clearly not the wisest course. But what of battle? What tactics does he employ?
Like all elves, he's a worm. Avoids open confrontation, sets ambushes, attacks from the shadows, from midst the trees. It would be best to burn this whole forest to the ground, deprive him and his folk of cover, any place to hide.
Sounds rather drastic. Like tossing the babe out with the bath.
Believe me, they'd not hesitate to do the same to us. Not for a moment.
Rayla.
Not certain. Of course, but...
I see.
I won't.
I must go.
Your Majesty, I've been meaning to thank you for allowing me to join your ranks.
Certainly, Xavier. I welcome all foes of Nilfgaard to march beneath my banner. But what did the field surgeon say? Have you not resumed work too soon?
I've strength enough to wield a hammer, though my scars still burn, and fiercely so. Milady, I've seen folk turn and frown at the very sight of me. If my appearance disgusts you, I can...
Nonsense. The Nilfgaardians, not you, should be ashamed. You've no reason to hide, no reason to cower.
Thank you, milady. It means a great deal to hear that.
You've long served in King Demoven's army, haven't you?
Yes, Your Grace.
Why enlist at all? What prompted you to do so?
The king needed engineers. I answered the call.
Not terribly talkative, are you?
I can build any bridge, any ballista, but to talk, well, it hurts to talk.
I see. Well, do not worry. I prefer deeds to words, in myself and others. Other matters await my attention. We shall speak later.
As you wish, my lady.
breach the walls.
Dwarves breached the wall. Where's the king? Why'd he leave us a black-clad mercy? They took everything. I'd head to the wood, but dwarves breached the walls, ploughing traitors.
Meve's ears caught the sound of a ruckus coming from the camp.
Thief! Inglet! A pox upon you all!
It was her quartermaster, hurling oaths at the peasants she had freed from the Nilfgaardian slave convoy. A few had stolen supplies under the cover of darkness and escaped into the woods. Terror and dread gripped the other freed prisoners. Meve mulled over what to do with them, and Reynard, as always, offered some advice.
'Tis high time they went off on their own, your grace. They are too great a hindrance. They slow our march, divert our soldiers from more important tasks. And now this.
Gascon was listening to their conversation. Meve shot him a questioning look.
I opposed taking them in. So, for consistency, I now oppose forcing them to leave. We made their miserable lives our responsibility, did we not? Well then, that is a burden we cannot simply shrug off.
Meve's eyes narrowed and the lines on her face sharpened. She turned to the peasants.
This is an army. We have no time for investigations and long trials. If one of my men steals, his entire regiment is punished. So it shall be with you. As you are unable to keep your kith and kin under check, you must leave. All of you. Today.
Once the peasants had packed their few belongings and separated from the column, the Lyrians marched off. They moved much more quickly, no longer having to adjust to the pace of the untrained, bedraggled refugees. But without the rustic singing and colourful farm-wife banter to accompany their steps, the march seemed strangely silent.
Not liking the looks of this,
Gascon said, furrowing his brow. Meve followed his gaze. Before them, beside the road, stood a hut with a scorched thatch roof.
Why?
Huts abandoned, yet dried fruit and mushrooms hang from the eaves. Famine raging all around and no one's been tempted. I'd send a scout if I were you.
The Queen did as Gascon suggested, and sent 3 infantrymen to reconnoitre. They entered the hut and found only silence, that was soon broken by a blood-curdling growl. The soldiers ran out at full speed, tripping over their own legs. Meve drew her sword, convinced a horde of neckers or ghouls would soon attack. But her fears proved unfounded. Instead of monsters, out of the hut came a shaggy dog, a torn scrap of fabric clutched in its teeth.
Milady!
One of the soldiers began, his face red with embarrassment and his hands covering a hole in his breeches.
Was dark as a well inside, and that hound, it jumped out at us, all of a sudden biting it and snapping.
Bad boy, Gascon said with a smile, then pulled a hunk of dried sausage from his bag. Bought by this generous offering, the dog calmed down at once. Further examination showed the dog was the hut's only resident. Like many others in Aedirn, its owners had disappeared without a trace. Their loyal mutt still guarded the premises, waiting for his master's return.
Let's take him with us,
Gascon said.
Otherwise, he'll die here, of his own hunger or someone else's.
A watchful sentry like this could prove useful in our camp,
said the Queen.
Fine, he can join. But he shall need a name.
How about Reynard?
Proposed Gascon, a cheeky grin smeared across his face.
That way, he'll come when you call, sit on command, and always be a heel. Always heel, that is.
Watch your words.
said Reynard, hand tightly gripping the hilt of his sword.
Or you'll learn I'm not at all as tame as you believe.
Enough, both of you. That's an order. As for you...
The Queen took a good look at the dog, who still had a scrap of fabric in his teeth.
Since it seems you've a taste for the cloth of the nether regions, I dub you... Knickers. Will that do?
The dog wagged its tail vigorously, as if thoroughly pleased with its new name. Meve's company marched off, a furry new recruit richer.
Stop your yapping and start digging.
This could hurt.
Gonna need 3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Meve and her companions neared the Moulderwood, a dense, ancient forest of trees whose tangled branches had witnessed the conjunction of the spheres. It was not until King Vidamont's day that a road was finally carved through the primeval thicket, significantly shortening the journey from Rossburg to Aldersburg.
Even when peace reigns, danger rules this road.
Rayla said.
Now no one dares travel it.
At the edge of the wood by the road stood an enormous willow. Its branches swept down to cover its trunk, looking for all the world like long tresses shrouding a woman's face. Meve had an ill premonition. She did not like the sickly sweet aroma wafting from this tree, nor the metallic buzzing of insect wings. She sent a scout to investigate. He drew aside the drooping branches and stumbled back. There were men bound to the tree, covered in sap oozing from gashes in its trunk. Its heavy scent had attracted swarms of insects, flies, wasps, bees and beetles. They seethed over the bound men, crawling in and out of their ears and nostrils.
Eldain welcomes us to his wood,
Rayla whispered. Meve stepped towards the tree and saw the men stuck to it were all still alive. Those the elves had caught recently writhed and howled for rescue. Those hanging longer merely followed the queen with half-crazed, bloodshot eyes. The Lyrian soldiers stood, daggers in hand, waiting to sever the ropes and free the unfortunate captives. But Meve stopped them with a firm gesture.
Stop! Most are beyond saving, and this may be a trap. Keep your distance from the tree. That is an order.
Meve's men usually carried out her orders without a moment's hesitation. This time, however, they glanced towards her, reluctance writ on their faces. Only after Reynard repeated the order did the Lyrians sheathe their arms and slowly move back towards the road. For a long time thereafter, howls from the old willow trailed them.
Hear that? Nightingales. Unmindful of war, they sing on.
Those are no birds, my lady. Just Scoia'tael scouts use animal cries to communicate. Tell the men to hold to the road, my lady. Anyone wanders in the trees, they don't come out.
Should have listened to me, old lady. This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
This could hurt.
Onward, Fryhead!
Watch your heads!
Now we will see who is weak.
Us or them, no other way.
Your tricks will not save you, Dwarf.
Bigger they are, easier they are to take.
Shh! Cork it!
I shall not fail!
As ordered.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Yeah, yeah!
Hey?
You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Death awaits us all.
Wow.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. Aye.
Nay, Dwan fe camest.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Kayam!
I saw them. No other way.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
This could hurt.
Brian!
Fear not. We shall achieve our goal.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Company! Forward march!
Bigger they are, easier they are to tag.
Nothing personal, I assure you.
Thing about slings, they hide well. Hey?
Have strength, my love.
Greetings. What is it? If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Fine! If my coin's rank to ye, go kiss a dog neath its tail.
Dwarf!
Meve was discussing some matter with Gascon when a scout approached. His blood-streaked uniform revealed the matter to be urgent, so the Queen cut short her conversation and requested a report.
We were scouting, milady, and we found a cave entrance. Small scattering of elves guarding it, but we took them right out.
Gascon scratched his chin.
I'd wager 10 Novigrad crowns there are more Scoia'taels squirreled away inside. We strike before they know we've snuffed out their guards. We might well catch them by surprise. But we must act quickly.
Then let us act. Gather some men and prepare them for an attack. But keep quiet.
The Lyrians crept into the cave. They moved carefully, noiselessly even, avoiding notice for quite a while. Nevertheless, elven warriors soon came pouring out of a side cavern.
Tuan! Favor, Tuan! Favor, Tuan!
Aye.
Death to Old One!
Should have listened to me old lady.
They're not backing down. Must be something of value to them here.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads. one.
Oh my.
My pain serves a purpose.
I smell a leak.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
You mad? Don't say that!
Yeah, yeah!
Oh, my little lay.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
We ought to help one or the other.
Oh my.
Now we will see who is weak.
Hey?
Oh, my little lay.
We'll catch 'em all!
We ought to help one or the other.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
I was hoping you'd say that.
Greetings. What is it?
A storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we stop.
Blathana!
awaits us all.
Oh my.
I shall not fail! Gotta get our asses moving. None shall tread on us! No time for that!
This is elven land, Dwan, upon which your kind dies.
Oh, my little A.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Death to Old One! Wait, you're serious?
They resisted to the very end.
When the Lyrians broke the elven ranks, Meve was convinced their foe would retreat and regroup. But to her surprise, the Scoia'tael fought to the bitter end. She concluded there must have been something truly valuable hidden in that cave. As Meve entered the next chamber, her nose caught the stink of blood, pus, and urine. Then she understood. The elves were using the cave as a field hospital. Wounded fighters lay by the cavern walls. They made no attempt to defend themselves, nor to beg, nor to make peace with the gods. They merely watched the Lyrians calmly, with stark contempt.
Milady,
whispered Rayla.
You saw what the Scoia'tael are capable of. What they do to humans. They would have no mercy for...
Reynard, usually calm, could not hold back and cut Rayla off.
What, pray, do you suggest? That we murder the wounded?
The warrior responded in a whisper, slowly emphasizing her words.
I suggest you leave. Leave me and my men. We'll take care of the rest.
Meve looked the warrior in the eyes, and was terrified by what she saw.
No, Rayla. We shall not touch them. Do you understand?
Rayla was quiet for a long moment. Finally, she nodded and left the cave. Reynard followed her with his gaze, hand on hilt.
Reynard, listen to me. You are to keep a close watch on Rayla until we are at least a day's ride from this cave. If she separates from the column, if she tries to double back, I wish to hear about it. Do you understand?
Reynard nodded. Despite the day's victory, they left the cave in a somber mood.
Our ballista, your command. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save.
As you wish, my lady.
One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save. One bolt's all I need. Give me a target.
As you wish, my lady.
Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save. One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save.
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
One bolt. give me a target. I ballista at your command. I'm a horse.
Dwan fe Camest.
Aye.
Special prize. Just for you, love. May your sword and arm be one.
My scars? No, they don't hurt.
Shh! Cork it!
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Company! Forward march!
Your Beth will avenge us, Dwan!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Now we will see who is weak.
I smell a leak.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
My pain serves a purpose.
We must trust each other.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Quick and painful this'll be.
You mad? Don't shake that!
I shall not fail!
Hey?
Everything all right?
This could hurt.
Have strength, my love.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Brian!
Watch your heads!
Got business for me?
Nothing personal, I assure you.
May your sword and arm be one.
I saw them! No other way!
I shall not fail!
Getting to work.
Catch!
We must trust each other.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Hey?
None shall tread on us! Now we will see who is weak!
Yeah, yeah!
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth? I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
have strength, my love.
Shh! Cork it!
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Bloody neckhands. Similian Bart.
On the edge of the Moulderwood, there stood a small village, Crumhorn. The hamlet was surrounded by a high palisade, while the villagers carried makeshift weapons, flails, axes, and nail-studded planks. Life as the Scoia'tael's neighbors was clearly not easy. While her men rested, Meve approached two of the villagers. They lowered their heads in respect and fidgeted nervously with their shirt hems.
My lady, reckon you ought to know. Elves meeting traders in the woods at night. Buy swords, herbs.
Rayla, who had overheard the conversation, twisted her mouth in a hateful scowl.
Hawkers stink worse than vermin. Willing to help murderers for coin. Please, milady, we must find them and punish them. You, talk. Where do these meetings take place?
The peasants looked at each other. One scratched his head, the other toed the sand. Finally, one of them blurted out,
"Could tell you, milady, yes, but only for gold."
I do not look kindly on extortion.
Meve replied, drawing her sword. The blade glistened in the sun, casting a bright light on the peasants' terrified faces.
I'm willing to forget this offence. If you tell me all you know, now.
Them orcas wheeled them goods to the old fishing hut north of here. Scoia'tael come a-crawling from the woods, the first crow of the cockerel.
The Queen told her men to prepare to fight the Scoia'tael and their abettors. Black Rayla sat on a fallen trunk and sharpened her sword. The grinding of stone on blade sounded a grim promise.
I told you the Queen's no fishwife. I told you you'd do better not to haggle with her, that she'd eat you whole. I told you the Queen's...